intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Whoa, back-to-back videos on officers? Yes, because today we will talk about Harry Kim, but I do want to take a quick aside because we do need to announce some news for Star Trek Fleet Command. Starting on the screen now. So we do have incursions returning for 2 months in a row. First time since what? Last year. We're gonna have incursions back. So the dates are the 29th of June for you in the APAC regions, the Asia Pacific servers. For the US people, myself included, that'll be the 30th. So June 30th on Friday, 1 week from the day of this video launching. Then for our friends over in the EU, Saturday will be your day. Now, no one their information has been released yet about incursions in terms of like event structuring, or are they making any changes? Do we have the base humping included or not included in that event run? I don't have the answers to that yet. We'll try to follow up with them and get those. And if you have questions or like there's something that you want to know about incursions, you need to let me know so that what I can do is shoot them a message. And if you want your questions answered, comment down below. Simple as that. That's all you got to do. Comment down below. So yeah, incursions coming back. Now let's use this opportunity to go and talk about Harry Kim, released here in the Voyager arc. And I am more of a fan of Harry Kim than I was Tom Paris, though I believe that Tom Paris by himself has more uses in the game in terms of like you'll use him maybe more often if you've got a ship with extra below deck slots. But I personally like Harry Kim the most out of the two, and that's because of the officer ability. Now, for those that don't remember, I've been going through a pretty heavy grind lately. I've been grinding out Kelvins, Hydras, and getting my faction rep up, and to the point that I actually have a lot of different things that I use to gain faction rep. Harry Kim is going to be used for synergy with Janeway, and again, we'll cover that crew when I unlock Janeway this weekend. But it's important to realize that he's a good officer, limited in some situations, like a lot of officers that come out, but good in that he can be used for multiple purposes. So number one is going to be this one right here. We're going to focus on that for the second, and that is Harry Kim increases all positive rep gains by 10%. So he doesn't affect any rep loss, but he does improve the rep you gain. And this is a tier 2 Harry Kim. Tier 1 is 7%, 10%, 15, 20, and then 30%, which again, is not the biggest number in the world, but when you're combining that with the bonus of the synergizations he's giving Janeway, then that's going to be a crew that I'm going to be talking about for a while. We got Full Strange New Worlds is a great crew. Also, Janeway with Kim and honestly, a slew of other officers, but let's just use Tom Paris as an example, or even B'Elanna Torres, whatever you want to do, is important because I think that's going to be one of your primary grinding sets for the foreseeable future. One thing we've noticed with Star Trek Fleet Command, and if you're watching this video, you'll probably have noticed this as well, is we talked about Pipe Road Chen, Picard Beverly Chen, etc. for a long time because that was the hostile grinding set. There wasn't anything else. Like there was no point in anything else. But as new hostiles are coming out, even players who are lower level are noticing that maybe Pipe Road Chen is not the best for fighting these hostiles. An example is freebooters. Pipe Road Chen is not the best for freebooters. Dairy Queen hostiles, the new ones in DQ space, not the best. So doesn't mean that they're bad, just that you can maybe find more optimal loadouts with varying crews. And that's kind of what you're finding here. And I think that even if you're running Pipe Road Chen as a lower level player, getting Harry Kim to give you a bonus to your reputation earned is a pretty big deal. Again, we're just talking about this being an added benefit to the synergy. The primary thing being he feeds your epic officer. And again, sourcing is up in the air. But see, here's where my rep is in terms of my grind, and he can help me grow and get that Klingon up a little bit faster as well as the Romulan. Now, the real question for sourcing is, how are they going to be sourced long term? And I wanted to make this video first because I wanted to cover this right here. A lot of people asking, well, what should I use my Lobby crystals on? Should I use it on Harry Kim or getting half of the USS Voyager? As a free-to-play, this is very tricky. Because one, you've worked super hard all month. You finished your storyline events, you did all your battle pass, you got your Lobby crystals. What do you spend the 50 on? Because we have no idea what Voyager sourcing is, and I'm just saying this honestly, I say that you should get Harry Kim. But that's because to me, officers are forever, officers are important. Voyager is important, but we know how to source this, and you will get this in guaranteed 100 days if you're doing the grind. We have no idea about Harry Kim, and my fear is that he becomes the next Dax, Odo, Kira, Bashir, you know, the DS9 officers that have no sourcing at all. So I would point you to get Harry Kim because I do believe that this PvE grinding crew is going to be very important for you. Now, you might rebuttal and say, well, Rev, I'm not getting Janeway anyway, so it doesn't matter. Fair. I'm going to tell you what I would personally do and what I'm looking to do on other accounts. I'm going to get Harry Kim and grind out the Voyager. Even though the Voyager has had nice updates, improvements, and you know, it is a little bit easier today than it was a week ago, I would still lean towards the officer. But that's because you also get a second benefit from Harry Kim that I want to bring up real quick by going back to his menu. And that if you go and look at these officers, they are really building around isolytic damage. Janeway is the big one for isolytic damage, but he also contributes because at the start of a round, Harry Kim is a 15% chance at tier 2. If you're at tier 1, it's 10, 15, 30, 60, and then 100% to apply morale to your ship for 1 round when fighting non-player hostiles or armadas. That means that you can go into an armada with an Enterprise and not need to bring Kirk. Or you can go into PvE and bring different sets and then use this combined with your artifacts that you're getting thanks to the USS Voyager grind. So let's go over here real quick. Go to your artifact gallery. The one that you're looking for is Captain Proton's Blaster. Increases isolytic damage while on an Explorer with morale. So the only way to really get that easily is using Harry Kim below decks, and then you're going to have the isolytic damage added to your ship because of Harry Kim. Is this necessarily the most amazing thing? Kind of up to you. I think as you get deeper into this game and more time is going to pass, you're going to find that officers like Harry Kim that allow you to activate these new abilities are going to matter. It is going to make a difference in your game. So if you're not using Harry Kim as a full synergized officer at the top, you might still want to use them at the bottom so that you can get the isolytic bonus from your artifacts. This is also based on like, how are you leveling your artifacts? What officers do you have? And it's a good thing and a bad thing that the game is becoming that level of deep, as in you do have to think about the route that you go in terms of unlocking officers, ships. How do you progressing? Where are you focusing your energies? There is a lot to do, but either way, I think it's a good answer for you to find for yourself. I like Harry Kim because I'm a player in the 40s on my main account. I've got an account in the 30s. I work with accounts in the, in the 50s, in the 20s. But my main that I do every day hardcore for hours is the one in the 40s. And rep is incredibly important to me. If you're a level 32 player grinding to the 10 million rep block, it's probably not as important. But if you're a level 57 player grinding to the 15 billion warp block, you'll take every little bit you can get. So it depends on where you're at and when certain abilities are important. I tend to think that is important now, but I also understand if people don't have the same level of belief for Harry Kim. He's a good officer. Again, if I'm giving like a basic rating, he's a C to a B tier officer. He's not amazing. He's not someone you just throw everything you have at, and you definitely don't probably go out and spend $100 to buy him unless you just really, really like what he can do for you as a rep grinder. But this is how he works. This is the basic understanding of Harry Kim. I think he's a valuable officer. More importantly, it'll be really important when you synergize all of the Voyager officers together. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button. Looks like a big thumbs up. You can also hit the join button and all those other fun things, but smash the like button. See, that's what it looks like over there. Big thumb up. Ring the bell to get notified every time I'm making a video, every time I go live. And I appreciate y'all. Live long and plunder. Stay safe with those space cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next video. And that's it. I'm out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.